Hi everyone, my name is Klara, and this week I will bring you guys along with me on the first week of school at CSUN. The first week of school is basically just like crashing classes, meet your teacher, and basically understand what the classes that you're taking is all about. At this point, you should already have been checking out your professors at ratemyprofessor.com because we all know, to put it lightly, some professors can be cray-cray and you don't want that to ruin your semester. So the first few weeks of class, you can crash classes, which a lot of students do. The first way you can do it is actually being added to the ad list, which is probably a really good sign that you're gonna be able to add the class. The second thing that you can do is actually just like crash the class without being on the wait list, which you have a little bit of a less chance to be added to the class, but it's still really possible. Regardless if you're on the wait list or not, go to the class as you were in the class, to all the lectures, and tell the professors your situation and that you want to add the class. There is actually a big chance, even if you're not on the wait list, that you're gonna be able to add a class. If you're not able to go to the class because you have another class at the same time, email the professor, explain the situation. Usually they're pretty willing to work with you. So the first week, the teacher can add you to the class and give you an ad code. The third week, you actually have to go to the department and get an okay from them to add the class. And also, don't buy your books before you're starting school. There is a lot of alternative ways that you can use books and that teachers give you options to use books. And I'm gonna talk more about that in the end of the video. So if you're interested in that and saving money, go there. And also a little warning, the first week of school is pretty busy. So if you wanna renew or buy something, the lines are gonna be really, really long. I recommend to go the week before school or 2 weeks after. The tutors, on the other hand, are completely free in the beginning of the semester. It's during midterms and finals that they get really busy. And the academic counselors are usually busy in the beginning and the end of the semester. So if you want to go during the semester, feel free to. Okay, that was everything. So let's get started. Good morning, Matadors. So today is Monday and it's the first day of school. Well, it's not technically the first day of school. I think this semester it actually started on a Saturday, weirdly enough. But anyways, for me, this is the first day of school. I have my 2 first classes today. I have 2 more on Tuesday, and then these 2 classes that I'm gonna take today on Wednesday. And yeah, campus is filling up again. I was here during the summer working, so it was pretty dead, but right now it's starting to populate again, which is I guess it's nice and everything. So yeah, hopefully the semester is gonna be good. It's my second to last semester. Honestly, I don't really know what's going on with my hair right now. Let's just ignore that. But anyways, I hope you guys are excited for the new semester. I know I kind of am. I always get filled with some energy and excitement at the beginning of the semester. Then I regret that and kind of just stops in the middle of the semester when midterms comes and then finals. So let's just grab this energy that comes with the first day of school, or technically the first day of school, and hold on to it as long as we can, because that's gonna disappear pretty quick. But I'm gonna head to my first class right now in Buxteen Hall. I think that's how it's pronounced. I should know, I'm a business major, and that's the business building. So I'm gonna head over there right now. It's 20 minutes to my first class. Management 370 starts. So yeah, come along. So I just came from my first class, Management 370, and it was a really good class, honestly. And the professor seems really sane, which is great. She seemed pretty down to earth, very calm, really, really fair. She's also an ex-sheriff and she's doing something with the honors program. So I think she's honestly gonna be a really good professor. Plus, she's not giving any midterms or finals. She's just gonna give us 6 tests during the semester on 2 chapters each, which is pretty nice because I hate taking midterms and finals, but who doesn't? But one thing that we actually did in this class was really interesting, and I think you guys actually might want to try this. So we were trying, the class is kind of to figure out how to manage and how to develop management and how to communicate with people, but that's basically any management class. So we did the pig test, that it's called, and the pig test is basically trying to figure out your personality. So we got 3 minutes to draw a pig however we wanted it, and then our teacher read up what this pig meant about us, basically. So if you guys want to try it, draw your pig, I guess stop the video or something like that, and then I will insert the assumptions or whatever on the screen or something like that. So yeah, draw the pig, look whatever it says about you, and then you basically have your personality. And honestly, it was pretty accurate. I think only 2 people in the class, and I think we were about like 40 students, said it was like not really accurate. So it was kind of scary how accurate it was. And if you guys want to see my pig, I guess I'll insert that here too. You can figure out my personality too. I think it was pretty accurate, but the class is also about like figuring out what personality we have in order to deal with other people or like other people that we manage. So yeah, I think it's gonna be a really interesting class, and see how all that go. Right now I'm just gonna go to, because I have 2 hours before my next class, so I was going to go and work out, but the thing is I do have work later, and I don't want to smell like at my next class because I can take a shower, but it's gonna make more sense for me to go work out after my last class and then shower and go to work. Oh yeah, I can take you guys with me tomorrow because I actually do work at school. I work at the aquatics office, so yeah, that might be fun. Okay, so I just came from my last class and it was business law, and honestly the professor seems freaking amazing. Flugel, I think she's called. He seems freaking amazing. I'm so excited about her. But the thing is, like, I usually think my teachers are not better. I have a weird judgment of people. I usually feel like they're a lot better than they actually are, or I'm more enthusiastic about them than I should be. But yeah, she seems really, really great, and anyways, like really fair, and it actually does seem like she really teaches because she thinks it's fun. So I think that's gonna be great. But anyways, right now I'm at the gym, and nobody's here right now, so like I'm really not trying to have somebody in the shot. But yeah, I'm gonna work out right now. It's super freaking packed because people are signing up for the SRC membership because we do get that for free when we are students here. Anyways, I only think I'm gonna have time to do like a 30 minutes workout, so I'm gonna do like strength training, and then I think I'm gonna come back here after my shift at the Plaza Pool and do cardio. Okay, so I kind of forgot to film. When I got to work after my workout, we're actually not allowed to use our phones, but basically, yeah, I work as a lifeguard, and at the, I don't know if you can see that, the school's gym, SRC, we have a pool there. We also have the Plaza Pool, which I were at today, and we had like a school, I think it was a middle school that like rented our pool basically. So we had a lot to do today, so I actually forgot to like film the intro there when we were like done with work and everything, taking 5 more minutes and film the outro. But yeah, so that was the first day. I am a little bit tired, so I'm gonna go home. But anyways, that was everything for the first day of school. Tomorrow I have 2 classes, 2 3-hour classes that I only have once a week on Tuesdays, which is nice to get rid of them, but in my experience from last semester, 3-hour classes they're a lot. Honestly, I wouldn't necessarily recommend them, or at least not recommend to have all 3-hour classes, which I did. It was not a good idea, don't do that. But anyways, I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow and I'll take you with. Good morning. So today is Tuesday and I was just at the ticket office right behind there to renew my U-Pass, which is it's like a bus pass that you can buy through CSUN, and it costs like $95 a semester, which is pretty good, and it's like valid like 2 weeks before the semester starts until like I think 2 weeks after. I think, don't quote me on that. But anyways, I should have done it before, because usually it's better to do that before school starts, because like once school has started, like the lines like this, like people trying to renew their passes, buy tickets to certain things, the lines are long. For example, the line at the gym yesterday was so long for people like trying to register for the SRC gym and like get their membership. Like old members like myself doesn't really have to do that. We can just like scan our hands and go in. So yeah, it's a little bit hectic, so I should have done that last week, but I didn't. I had things to do and I just landed here in America, so yeah. Anyways, it's a nice day. It's hot as balls right now. So just keep that in mind too. Wear very light clothing. I wore like a long sleeve shirt today. That was not a good idea. But yeah, so today I have like 2 3-hour classes. That's gonna be rough. But I only have school 3 days a week, so it's kind of worth it, I think. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen today. I'm just gonna go to my classes and yeah. Right now it's almost 7 o'clock. I think it's 6:45 almost, and I'm at my last class. Oof. The fact that I chose like 2 3-hour classes in a row with 15 minutes apart, that was not a good idea. Anyways, this is my another management class, management 380, that we're gonna have until 9:45. Oh god, it's gonna be so horrible. And the lighting here in the business buildings are awful. They're either too like white, so like you get a headache, or they're just okay, they're always off. So honestly, you just get a headache after being in them for a while. However, this classroom, I feel like it's a little bit better like air in it than most of my other ones in this business building. But yeah, so that's like how the business buildings are looking, or the classrooms in the business buildings. They're kind of small, which is nice, but like I said, like the air is not the best, and yeah, the lighting is kind of horrible. Okay, so I'm trying to find lighting, or like good lighting, which is like non-existing right now. But yeah, so I just came out from my last class of the day, management 370, which is employee practices. It seems pretty interesting. However, not super organized. Our first exercise was basically how to deal with each other and like not argue, but kind of like delegate with each other about which cases we're gonna do for the semester. And that was not very thought through. Like over 30 students in a class are supposed to, we had cases, and then we were supposed to go to other teams and discussing which case we wanted, and that's not possible in a crammed room like that. It's not. So physically that was not possible. Anyways, I'm gonna leave the business building because, as I think you can see, it's super dark at campus. It's 9:30, and yeah, that was it for I look like a ghost. But that was it for the second day of the first week of the semester at CSUN. So yeah, a pretty long freaking night. I have 2 3-hour classes, but I made it through. And yeah, today or tomorrow is the last day of school, which is kind of nice. So I would kind of recommend to schedule your lessons like that. So if you do only have like classes like very few days, you don't have to commute to campus that often. If you don't like to be at campus, that's another thing. But yeah, bye bye campus, I'm gonna go home. Good morning. I know it looks like nighttime, but it's actually 5:15 and I'm already on my way to school. Today I actually have a morning shift at work, which starts at 5:45, so we have to clock in 5 minutes before that. So yeah, today I'm actually working the plaza pool, the opening shift, and then I have like 3 hours before my first class, which is my management 370 class, and then I have my business law class after that, and I have a 2-hour gap. It's basically like the same class that I had on Monday, so that's usually how it works. If you choose a class that is on Monday, it's probably going to be on Wednesday too, if it's not like a super long 3-hour class. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, even though there's like literally nobody outside except that car over there. There's actually usually a lot of people walking to school on both sides of the street. Right now there's none, because like who the hell wakes up this early? Yeah. But yeah, so I would say it is safe to walk to school. However, it's not the most pleasant route, because like Salsa, which this street is, this is Salsa, it's not the most, it's kind of like trafficated, like it has a lot of traffic, so it's not like the nicest street to walk on. But if you do looking for street parking here at CSUN, 5:25 right now is a good time to come to school, because there's barely any cars here. So keep that in mind if you feel like you really want to go to school and be here at 5:25. You have a lot of parking. Ooh, I look like a ghost in the spotlights over there. But yeah, I got here a little bit early so I can show you guys the pool. Yeah, this is how it looks like. Doesn't look like the most inviting place in the world, but trust me, there will be people here at opening at 6. I know that way too well. But yeah, that's how it looks like. And up there is campus. I don't know if you see. But yeah, I'm gonna open now, so see you after work. Okay, so I tried to find like the least awkward place to film in the school, so I'm on the second floor of the business building, around like a corner. It was just so weird. Okay, so after work it got a little bit stressful, so I didn't really film, but I just came out from my management 370 class and I look so tired. I've been up since like 5, or actually 4, because I wanted to have like a lot of time before school. I was supposed to go work out. As you see, I have like the same shirt as yesterday because I was like, I might as well just like use this when I'm working out. So when you have a class that you have 2 times a week, usually the first week of school, the first day is basically just like going through the syllabus, like the teacher talking about themselves and stuff like that, like for you to ask questions basically. And this, like the second class of the week, is basically just like going into the lecture right away. So I took some notes today. It was kind of a good slow introduction and everything, so yeah, hopefully my business law class is not too much and everything, but the teacher seems like super nice. Also, the first week of school, they usually have like a little row in front of the library where it's like an introduction to like the clubs and like the sports clubs. So if you are interested in that, you should definitely go like between your classes and check it out and just like see what kind of clubs they have and stuff like that, get enrolled in school. Honestly, that's a really good way to like get to meet people and stuff like that, because like sometimes in your classes it might be a little bit different in like the general ed classes, but when you start getting up to your more focused classes, it's more about the study. Sometimes you meet really good people, but at universities it's a little bit different than community college, so I would definitely recommend you to join a club, join a sorority, or actually that, I don't know if I can recommend that, but join a club. That's why I didn't want to take the geography classes. Okay, so it's 3:15 and I'm done for today. The longer the days go, the rougher the hairstyle. Anyways, I'm standing here in front of the business building, or like to the side of the business building. Yeah, but that was everything for the school week, and it's only Wednesday, which is kind of nice. I'm gonna head to the gym right now to work out. But yeah, that was everything for my school week. It was super short. I would definitely recommend to schedule your classes for like 2-3 days or something like that, because then you have more time to just relax, do whatever you want, and just be, I mean, off. Get a break. Even if the school week is over and my class is over, I still have to do things like get books and stuff like that. So if you're interested in how and where to get books and just a little bit of tips and advice and stuff like that, just keep watching. Okay, so right now I'm sitting right in front of the library, and it's so fitting because we're gonna talk books right now. One of my main tips is honestly don't buy books before you actually start the class. You might not want to stay in that class after you like meet the professor and see the syllabus, and it just might not be for you basically. And in addition to that, some professors put the required book to read on reserved in the library, so you can actually go to the reserve and take that book out for 2 hours at a time, so you don't really have to buy a book. And some professors actually just put the required reading material online on their Canvas page. In some classes, books are recommended but not required, so you don't have to buy the book. Okay, so buying a book might not be necessary. But if you do have to buy a book, there is a few different options. Okay, you can obviously buy them new, which is like the worst waste of money ever, because you can buy the book used from other students, which actually is helping other students to get their money back. So I would recommend that if you actually want a physical copy. And the used books you can find on Facebook, you can find them on Amazon. Amazon is really great if you need a book like right away. But what I've realized after all my years in college, I do actually prefer online books or PDF books, because they're so much easier to just like navigate your life around. If you want to bring your laptop and like study in school, you want to bring it home, you want to actually have it in class, it's so much easier just to bring your laptop and have all your online books there. And we have free Wi-Fi, so that's not an issue. However, sometimes it's a little bit harder to focus with online books. So the last couple of semesters I bought my books online and like as PDF files, which has been a lot cheaper and also smoother to just like study wherever I want to. I have found PDF books online for like $20 when their original book was like $80 or something like that. So you're saving a lot of money. So one idea might be just like get together in your class as a big study group and have one person buy like a physical book and then you guys can like borrow it or something like that. I don't know if I can recommend that though, because I'm not sure if that's legal, but borrowing a book shouldn't be legal, right? And that would save you guys a lot of money. Anyways, I don't know if that is legal, so I'm not gonna recommend it, but you know, brainstorming. But one thing that I've noticed is that the library has old versions of books that teachers requires, and they're basically the same. Completely the same. Sometimes they switch up a chapter, like so put like one chapter before the other. Sometimes they just add one case or whatever, but it honestly works the same. One thing that you actually have to buy new sometimes, some classes require you to be on an online platform to do homework, like take part in like quizzes and stuff like that, that you can't get out of because like you have to have a new code to be able to like access the class and the book and stuff like that. So before you're buying your book, go to your first class, talk to the teachers. They're probably going to be alternative to buying a new book and wasting a lot of money, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so here's actually where I'm gonna end the video. Hopefully this was useful for you guys, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a really good semester. Welcome to CSUN.